Here's a fun fact.
Okay.
Did you know that the famous app TikTok is actually named Douyin in its country of origin, China?
Oh, hell no!
Douyin literally translates into vibrating sound, which seems appropriate considering how many people have become internet famous by just lip-syncing or dancing on the app. But don't get too comfortable with having TikTok at your fingertips. Hello and welcome. Today we're bringing you the answer to the burning question, will TikTok get banned in the US? The idea that TikTok should be banned in the US didn't start just yesterday or last week. In fact, many Republicans have requested a ban for a long time, claiming that TikTok would allow the Chinese government to spy on American citizens. In fact, this dates all the way back to Trump's presidency.
We're looking at TikTok. We may be banning TikTok. We may be doing some other things. There are a couple of options, but a lot of things are happening, so we'll see what happens. But we are looking at a lot of alternatives with respect to TikTok.
Trump even went as far as signing an executive order in August 2020, which specified that the app would be banned in the US unless ByteDance sold TikTok's US operations. This ban never went through, as you probably already know. It was blocked in court, and later in June 2021, the order was canceled by President Biden. While ByteDance, the Chinese company that created the app, has denied that the app is used to feed information or to track its users, an internal investigation revealed that employees have been, in fact, tracking journalists, specifically the journalists who were covering articles about the company. In response to these news, ByteDance fired its chief internal auditor. However, the US doesn't seem to be too impressed with that and claims that this could still happen at an even higher level. Besides journalists, who knows who ByteDance employees have tracked through the app? This caused many schools and universities in the United States to ban TikTok on school-owned devices in December of 2022. Nowadays, you can't even access the app through your personal device if that device is connected to the school Wi-Fi. Students have also been encouraged to stop using the app on their personal phones and devices on top of the school ban. But this was just the first step. More recently, Democrats have joined Republicans in voicing their concerns over the safety of TikTok users' data. They're supporting the idea of either limiting or regulating the social platform. Senator Michael Bennet has even sent a letter last week to Apple and Google, urging them to remove TikTok from their app stores. Lawmakers are concerned about the ease with which the Chinese government can access and use the data of American citizens who have TikTok downloaded on their devices. This worry is also further fueled by the fact that so far ByteDance hasn't been fully transparent and forthcoming over their surveilling of American users. In some U.S. states, such as New Jersey and Wisconsin, there's already been a ban implemented which doesn't allow the app to be downloaded and used on government devices. But the opinions on whether a full ban should be imposed or not vary from one state to another. All this debate comes after Senator Marco Rubio had previously introduced the so-called Anti-Social CCP Act in the Senate in December of 2022.
I want to ban TikTok for a very simple reason. They allow the Chinese Communist Party to gain access to all of the private data on any device in America that's using TikTok. That's our kids, that's phones connected to our kids' phones, and that's a national security threat, but it's a direct threat to our way of life, our economics. It's allowed them to interfere in the midterm elections. This company should be banned. I don't know why they're allowed to operate in the United States.
This act specifies that social media companies that are under the influence of a country of concern should be banned. In case you were wondering, China is one of those countries of concern alongside Russia, for obvious reasons: Iran, North Korea, Cuba, and Venezuela. But what has the company that owns TikTok done in return to these concerns being raised? ByteDance has allegedly spent just last year $5.4 million on lobbying efforts, but it's believed that this year they might spend even more. The company's general counsel, Eric Anderson, has stated that ByteDance is looking to accelerate their process of coming up with a strategy to show the U.S. what they're prepared to do in order to ensure transparency and safety of user data. In fact, in order to establish an open communication channel between the U.S. and ByteDance, Shouzi Chu, the CEO of TikTok, is expected to testify on 23rd March before the House of Energy and Commerce Committee. Among the concerns he'll be responding to are consumer privacy, data security, and even whether TikTok has a relationship with the Chinese Communist Party and the nature of it. The spokesperson for the social media app, Brooke Oberwetter, has stated that the company is looking forward to be given the opportunity to tell its truth and set the record straight, not just about TikTok, but also about ByteDance. America is just one of the many countries who've expressed concerns about the social platform and its ties to China. India, for example, has long imposed a ban on TikTok and other Chinese apps. The ban came in 2020 after a clash between Indian and Chinese troops at a Himalayan border. In the dispute, 20 Indian soldiers were killed and dozens were injured. Taiwan imposed a public sector ban on TikTok in December 2022. Government devices in this country are not allowed to use Chinese softwares, and TikTok is included in that category. Canada has also announced that government-issued devices are banned to use TikTok on the premises, and that it's a risk to privacy and security. The EU has imposed a similar ban on staff devices, which takes effect on March 20th. Meanwhile, Pakistan is not at its first rodeo. The authorities have temporarily banned TikTok 4 times since October 2020. But that was mostly because of concerns that the app promotes immoral content. Afghanistan, ironically, has banned TikTok in the popular game PUBG just last year, citing that they're protecting their youth from being misled. We're curious to see how TikTok's CEO responds to these concerns on 23rd March. But what do you think? Will TikTok get banned? Are you in favor of that, or would you prefer if the platform be sold to an American company instead? Let us know your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below. Thanks for watching.